Have you ever noticed something strange? You say you want to be happy, but at 1 a.m., you're rereading old messages, replaying embarrassing moments from 2017, and listening to songs that emotionally punch you in the face. Why? Why does your mind sometimes act like sadness is its favorite Netflix series? Today, we're talking about something most people don't realize. Your mind can get addicted to sadness. Not because you're weak, not because you love pain, but because your brain is weirdly loyal to what feels familiar. Let's break this down. First, understand this. Your brain doesn't actually care about happiness. It cares about familiarity and survival. If you grew up in an environment where stress, criticism, or emotional chaos was normal, your nervous system learned something powerful. This is what life feels like. So when things are calm, peaceful, stable, your brain goes, this feels suspicious. And suddenly you start overthinking, you start doubting, you start creating problems that didn't even exist 5 minutes ago. It's like your brain is bored of peace. Imagine someone who has always lived near a noisy highway. The sound of traffic becomes normal. One day they move to a quiet village. No cars, no noise. They can't sleep. Silence feels uncomfortable. That's how sadness can become. It becomes emotional background noise. When it's gone, the silence feels strange. And here's where it gets deeper. Sadness can feel meaningful. Think about it. When you're sad, everything feels intense. You feel poetic, dramatic, deep. You start having philosophical thoughts like you're the main character in a slow-motion movie. When you're happy, what do you think about? Should I order pizza or burger? Not exactly profound. So the mind starts associating sadness with depth and identity. It feels important. It feels like this is who I am. Some people don't just feel sad, they become the sad one, the overthinker, the broken one, the misunderstood one. And when you try to move on, something inside whispers, if I heal, who am I without this story? That's powerful. There's also a biological reason. When you revisit painful memories, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol. And strangely, that emotional intensity can feel stimulating. It's not pleasant, but it's activating. Your brain loves activation. It's the same reason some people rewatch horror movies. It's scary, but exciting. Sadness can create emotional drama, and drama feels alive. Ever notice how sometimes when things are going well, you randomly think, this won't last? That's not intuition. That's your brain trying to prepare you for pain before it happens. Because if it expects sadness, it feels in control. Control feels safer than surprise. And here's something even more uncomfortable. Sadness can bring attention. When you're struggling, people check on you. They ask if you're okay. They show care. For some people, that's the only time they feel seen. So the mind quietly learns sad equals connection. Not consciously, not manipulative, just conditioning. Now let's talk about habits. If every night you lie in bed and replay regrets, your brain builds a neural pathway. The more you walk that path, the easier it becomes. It's like creating a shortcut in a forest. After a while, you don't even choose sadness. You automatically drift there. You open Instagram. You see someone doing better. Boom, comparison. Sadness activated. You hear an old song. Boom, flashback. Sadness activated. It becomes your emotional default setting. But here's the hopeful part. Addictions, emotional or otherwise, can be rewired.
The brain is plastic. Not plastic like a water bottle, plastic like flexible. Every time you choose not to spiral, every time you interrupt the overthinking, every time you sit in peace without creating drama, you're building a new path. At first, it feels fake. You'll think, why am I not reacting? Shouldn't I be more upset? That's withdrawal. Yes, withdrawal from unnecessary suffering. Healing sometimes feels boring. No chaos, no emotional roller coaster, no dramatic late-night realizations, just calm. And calm can feel empty if you're not used to it, but calm is where real growth happens. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you always drink very sweet tea. One day you reduce the sugar. It tastes bad. You hate it. But after a few weeks, regular sweet tea feels too much. Your taste adjusts. Your emotional taste can adjust too. You don't have to fight sadness aggressively. You just have to stop romanticizing it. Stop telling yourself you're deep because you suffer. Depth isn't measured by how much pain you carry. It's measured by how aware you are of it. And here's a small challenge for you. Next time you catch yourself replaying something painful, don't judge it. Just ask, is this helping me, or is this just familiar? That one question can break the spell, because your mind isn't addicted to sadness, it's addicted to what it knows. And if you slowly teach it that peace is safe, that joy is allowed, that calm doesn't mean danger, it will adapt. Your brain always adapts. The real question is, what are you training it to feel normal? If this made you think a little differently about your own patterns, that's the first step, because awareness is the beginning of freedom. And maybe, just maybe, you don't miss sadness, you just haven't fully met peace yet.